Pressure points, it's time for pressure points.
Yeah, okay,
All right,
here we
TJ
go.
started singing that before we even started this. Like, I heard him in the weather, I was going, ba, ba, ba.
That's a catchy little tune. It works for everything.
It really does. We picked some. Now, TJ, you weren't in the office this morning. You were out here doing daybreak.
He's
but
not
Kelly,
even born during these.
he doesn't even know these shows.
No, he doesn't
You
know
might as well
these
just
shows.
walk off, TJ. We picked. Now, if it was. Now, listen. To me, if we each picked 3, I would have picked The Office, Golden Girls, and like shows that I watch all the time.
That's all right.
Mm-hmm. But we picked some classic TV shows for this edition of Pressure Points. We're going to see a list of characters.
Yeah.
And we have to put them to the shows that they match.
Okay.
I may
believe
have
so.
to walk off, like you said.
Okay, let's just take a look at this. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't read the teleprompter correctly. Hold on. Classic TV shows this morning. Now we'll see a list of characters from those shows, and we have to pick which ones made the most appearances in those shows.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I Love Lucy, Ethel Mertz, Fred Mertz, Ralph Ramsey, Ricky Ricardo, Little Ricky, and Mrs. Trumbull.
Well, you would think it might be Ricky.
I would
It
think
has
or
to
it
be
might
Ricky,
be
Fred, and Ethel.
That's
yeah,
what
or it
I
might
was
be
thinking.
Fred and Ethel.
I mean, seriously.
Oh, we can pick 3.
We
right?
pick 3 of the
Oh, so
6.
it's here and
It has to be
Has to be those.
Ethel, Fred, and Ricky Ricardo. Yes.
Yay!
I mean, to me that was too obvious.
Of course, yes.
So far, that was
All right.
The Andy Griffith Show.
I know
Helen
that.
Crump, Barney Fife, Floyd Lawson, Gomer Pyle, Aunt B, and Opie.
I think
All right.
I think Opie for sure.
Opie,
Probably
Barney Five, and
Yes.
And-
I mean, are these easy today?
Yeah.
Okay, Bewitched, Adora, Abner Kravitz, Gladys Kravitz, Darren Stevens, Tabitha Stevens, and Larry Tate.
You think Tabitha?
Well, I don't know. Tabitha wasn't in that much.
Well, okay, Darren for sure.
Yeah, and what about
Andorra.
Endora?
Yeah, she was main. Darren, and then I would say Larry Tate.
versus Tabitha. Oh,
Yep.
good job,
Okay.
Jeremy. I don't know this one. I actually felt better about the first. Now this, I don't
Happy
know about
got
Days.
this one?
Howard Cunningham, Joni Cunningham, Marion Cunningham, Richie Cunningham, Arthur Fonzarelli, and Patsy Weber.
Well, probably Fonz, right?
Okay, where's the Fonz?
Right here, Fonz.
Okay, the Fonz.
Fonz and Richie,
And
I would
Richie.
say.
Richie, yeah.
But then what about like Howard and
Richie
Marion?
and-
Because the mom and the dad, weren't they in it a lot?
I think Joni was in it quite a bit, don't you?
I don't know. I know Richie. What?
Three, okay.
Okay,
Wow.
here's the thing.
Okay, he was in.
Fonzie
And he was in.
and Richie.
And Patsy might have been, or was it Joni? I don't think these guys were in every
So
episode.
the mom and dad, you don't think
Yeah,
were
no,
in?
because
Okay, then go
you
with
can't
that.
pick one or the other, right?
Yeah.
They'd have to be together. So it's either Joni or Patsy, but I'm thinking it might be Patsy.
Okay, you go with your.
I don't know if that's right.
Let's see.
Oh, wow. Oh,
It was the mom and the dad and Fonz. Now that makes sense.
wow.
Wait, that's
Because
crazy.
you know what, too? I think didn't Richie Cunningham leave the show early? Ron
No,
Howard?
I don't remember.
I think he may have left the
Did
show
he?
early. Now that I think about
Well,
that.
that was a bust.
Yeah.
All right.
The Carol Burnett Show.
Oh.
Ernie Anderson, Tim Conway, Don. I don't know who.
Harvey. Oh, yeah.
Don Crichton, Ernie Flat Dancers, Harvey Korman, and Vicki Lawrence. It has to be
Harvey,
Tim, Harvey, and
Tim,
Vicki.
and Vicki.
Has to be.
Oh, close, but not exactly.
Oh wow.
Who is this?
Who the heck fire
I don't know.
are the Ernie Flat Dancers?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Really?
We don't know who Ernie Flat Dancers are.
Here's what I'm
I don't
guessing.
know what
You know
that
when Carol
is.
Burnett would do all those musical numbers? It's probably the background people.
Oh, okay.
But how were we supposed to know that?
We didn't know.
That could have been different dancers every
now,
week.
now we do. Okay.
Okay, Dallas.
Oh, now Jeremy, you
And I don't know
okay.
about this. I don't know the
All
show,
right.
Jeremy.
All right.
TJ,
I'm so
how dare you?
Well, I think-
Cliff Barnes,
Yeah.
Bobby Ewing, Ellie Ewing, J.R. Ewing, Sue Ellen, and Ray. Well, J.R. and Sue Ellen, I would say
JR
for
and
sure.
Sue Ellen, yes.
See, and then
When
Bobby
was this
died.
show?
Bobby.
Bobby
was in
died though, remember? And he was gone
Oh.
a whole season. And he came back.
Okay.
When was this show on, Jeremy?
80s.
Okay, so
Okay.
I will tell you, I don't know who Cliff Barnes is. Well, maybe I see his face. What about who's Ray?
Ray was one of the other people not in the family, I don't believe. But here's the thing too. Ellie, it could have been Miss Ellie. She was the mom. Because Miss Ellie left and they got what's her name? Donna.
Donna.
You know Donna Reed.
Yes.
To fill in.
Okay.
I'm gonna go on
This
a limb.
is on you, Jeremy.
I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna say J.R., Sue Ellen, and Cliff Barnes.
Okay, you may be right.
What? How is Bobby up there?
Why is Sue Ellen not on that one?
JR was first, Cliff was second, Bobby third.
And Bobby was gone a whole season.
Bobby.
That tells you a lot. Bobby, because you remember that big cliffhanger
I
at
would
the
have,
end?
yeah, I would. I didn't watch it as much as you. I would have picked Bobby, but because he was
The
such a
only
big
reason I
presence.
didn't is because Priscilla, what's her name?
Priscilla.
Not Priscilla Presley, but Pamela.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? She played Bobby's wife.
Yeah, what's her name? She dated
my God.
Andy
And she
Gibb
did
back in the
And
day.
she did the hair commercials for the shampoo.
Oh gosh, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh,
What
I could
is her
see her
name?
face. Pamela.
I wish I knew what you guys were talking
Her name
about.
is Pam on the show.
So sorry.
What?
No. Her name
I'm
was Pam
Googling.
on the show.
Her name was Pam on the show. Victoria Principal.
That's it. Oh yeah.
Victoria
And remember,
Principal.
she dated the youngest
Yes,
Gibb.
Gibb,
Andy
yes.
Gibb. Yeah.
So TJ,
know
this
who that
was
is.
big drama back in the 80s. Okay, here's the big drama.
Okay, here's the drama. The tea.
Bobby, one of the Ewings, the brother, dies
On the show.
on the show only. And then at the end, so we get through the whole season, Pamela, Victoria Principal,
Yeah.
at the end of the last episode of the season, she's in bed. She wakes up and she hears the shower going. She walks into the bathroom, opens the shower, and it's Bobby, and he goes, "Good morning, darling."
Oh, that's
But he died?
creepy.
But he was dead, and it turns out this was like the first TV show. I know I get goosebumps.
That's
thinking about it.
creepy, yeah.
This is one of the first TV shows that had a whole season be a dream sequence.
Oh, was that what
So
it
that
was?
whole season was Pam's dream, and it's like it didn't happen. So when it came back for the next season, everything that happened in that previous season was null and void. Didn't happen.
What the heck?
That was
I
pretty,
know!
That's pretty interesting, though.
They didn't. So the only reason you had to infer because you saw him that it was all. They didn't really talk about like
The
there was
cliffhanger, you had to wait all summer to find out what happened. So the last thing you see is Bobby going, "Good morning, darling."
And everything's confused.
And
Yeah,
then,
it's like, what's
so
happening?
it got everybody to watch. They're like, "How is Bobby alive?" So when you came back in the fall to watch the premiere of Dallas the next season, turns out that whole season was Pam's dream. So all the characters that died in that season, because it's
Yeah.
a soap
Oh, it's
opera,
not real.
Sure.
Yeah.
they're all back.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a soap opera.
It's like a
Yeah,
nighttime
it was
soap.
a nighttime soap.
Okay.
It's a nighttime weekly, not every day. Just like I can't remember what night, like Thursday
Can I
nights or
ask a
something.
question? What makes a show a soap? Is it all the
Well,
drama?
because
Is
it never, it's their lives. There's never an ending.
The continuing saga.
It's just always.
It
keeps going,
continues.
like your life. It
Yeah,
keeps
so it's not
going.
like a one and done. Like Friends is not a soap because it's a sitcom that they have the comedy and the sitcom in one episode and resolved within that one episode.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like on a nighttime soap like Melrose Place, 90210.
You have to wait for the next week for.
Oh,
the
those are considered
Yeah.
soaps.
soaps
Yeah.
because you have to wait to see what happens the next week.
Yeah.
And they continue the story.
But don't you still like have to in some shows think? I guess I see what you're saying. But a lot of the shows now, couldn't you still say like even on streaming service, there's still soaps you have to wait to see what happens? Like
We'll have to break it
like
down in the
Stranger Things.
commercials.
Okay, we'll break
I mean,
it
it's not
down.
a, so,
We have a
but
lot
there's
to
all
say
these
about
things that
that.
happen.
That's a
and
drama.
They call it a drama.
Okay,
Okay,
sorry.
guys.